What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Guys, today something strange has happened. A few days ago, I made a video and was talking about how there is a residential area for the Somalians and so forth. Now, today is another follow-up. I remember I talked to you briefly about what happened. Like I was saying, Zambia is such a very welcoming country, loving people. We are very warm and welcoming people to everyone, especially foreigners who come to our country. Why? There is one thing. We may not have everything like in the country, but there is one thing which is surely envied when you go out there, and that is peace. Let me tell you the truth. Peace and the hospitality of Zambia is so good. There is an incident which happened just one day, like yesterday or 2 days ago, again, like I'm saying, regularly. Sometimes it happens weekly, sometimes monthly, things like that. I was just from telling you how there was, there's an issue where the Somalians and the Ethiopians, especially Somalians and Ethiopians, you know, they come as illegal immigrants in Zambia to come and settle here because of the peace, or to start a business, or they use this one as a conduit to go to South Africa. So we have a lot of such cases which happens very regularly. The recent one is the one which I'm showing, but of course, I really don't, because it's not so graphic, whereby a truck is carrying sulphuric acid, so dangerous. They still go there. They were caught in the Shuangandu area. Like you are coming from, you know, when you're coming from the border between Zambia and Tanzania. I wonder how they managed to pass through Kenya, through Tanzania. They are only caught either after the border when they have reached Lusaka. I wonder how many cases are successful, because there are times these guys will like die on the way. I saw some comments, yeah, sometimes like the one which happened during the Christmas season, where about 26. So because sometimes they will be carried in containers where there is no air, but they will manage to pass through the border. They reached, but because due to suffocation, then they die on the way. And when they die in the night, this truck will just go in a certain place, or where it's an empty land where no one is watching in the night, and they just offload them like they are trash. And all these guys, they'll either come from Ethiopia or Somali. So this is what I always like talking about, that, you know, truth be told, Zambia is really a place like heaven, where people would rather die on the way instead of sitting in their countries. That one surprises me a lot, why somebody would risk their lives. These Somalians who are living in Zambia, or those who are living in Ethiopia, when coming to Zambia, they vow either to die. They would rather die on a truck coming as illegal immigrant than to stay alive in their country. That will tell you a story of how good Zambia is. But I remember there were some people saying, no, the immigration should step up with what? I know some people are saying, no, you should not talk like that. Everyone should be allowed. Do you know that Zambia is becoming too good to some of these guys, such that Zambia is risking their peace? Our peace is now at stake, because some of the people who are being pushed in our countries are condemned criminals from their country. Naturally, I'm not saying Somalians are bad, no. Naturally, most of them, they are so good. I wonder that there is something that needs to be done, but Zambia can't be the one to come and solve those problems at our expense. Then we sort out their issue. We already sorted out many issues. I told you the issue of the Rwandese. Genocide broke out in Rwanda. and a lot of Rwandese flee their country. They come to Zambia. Why? Because there is peace. I told you, even in my previous video, about how much they enjoy the Zambian hospitality. There is so much peace in Zambia. They have flourishing business such that even if people say, hey, Rwanda is like heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. Ask Rwandese who are here. Even where I am, 1 minute there's a Rwandese shop. But ask them, but we hear Rwanda is the best country. Why don't you go back to your country where it is? None of them want to go back. Zambia is a heaven on earth. That is period. Full stop. No arguments. But let me tell you, the concerns now, because some of these people who ran away from their country, actually in their hearts, I'm not saying all of them, these are good people, most of them, that's why we tolerate them in our communities. There are a few seeds of criminality. Let me tell you, in Zambia, we've had seasons where certain strange acts of criminality and killings which are so strange, everyone will know when it happens that this was not done by a Zambian. Any Zambian will know that Zambians don't do this kind of criminality. I'll give you 2 examples. A few years ago, there were ritual killings which came on the scene. Ritual killings where people do kill people for rituals to take out their parts from their bodies. People just started killing each other. When they investigated the cases, only to discover that these were perpetrated by Rwandese, not Zambians. Why? Because of our kindness. Sometimes kindness will lead us to problems. Of course, comment down below. For those people, I don't disagree. We are good people. But should we continue to accept everyone, including illegal immigrants, to say because we are good? See the criminality which came. Zambia lost peace at that time. Let me tell you, a few weeks ago, again, I'm saying a few weeks ago, there was a murder case in Mazabuka where a person was killed, chopped in 2 pieces, head, hands, legs, all the parts in pieces, piled in a sack and dumped in the bush. When that body was found, people questioned. The first thing a Zambian will tell you, even the police, or when they take it, everyone, they will say, this act can never be done by a Zambian. Zambians, we are a peaceful people. Certain crimes are so foreign, we know that we won't. No Zambian will do such a thing. However, investigation took place. It took only within 24 hours, the police rounded up and they discovered the person who was chopped up in 2 pieces was in fact not even a Zambian, he was a Rwandese. When they found out this Rwandan guy, only to discover that this guy from Rwanda was actually murdered by the wife with the help of his brother. So imagine the wife calls a brother to say, for us to enjoy this business which we are doing, rescue this man. They killed the husband and chopped him in 2 pieces and carried him. In fact, those people were so daring. They didn't have a car. They had to use public transport. And that is how foolish they were. They used public transport and carried the body in a sack. And there were even some stains of blood in that public transport. I remember, I'm told when they were asked, what are you doing? This was on TV. I'm not making this up. It was on national television, pictures on social media. Maybe you can Google it, Facebook, whatever, you'll find that story. So when they went on a public bus, when they asked them, said, we are just carrying some meat. We are from ordering some meat in a sack. So they dropped from somewhere. That is where they went in the nearby bush and dumped that body. But still more, after a few hours later, that body was discovered and only to discover that, yeah, they discovered it in pieces. It was a terrible situation. So again, Zambians were proved right. They said this crime can never be done by a Zambian. And when they retrieved the bodies to check it out, they checked. Of course, they went back. And that is how they caught those two, a brother and a sister. Imagine a wife murdering the husband so that they take over the business with the brother. They were caught. They are Rwandese, whom we accepted. So it comes back. Yes, one Africa, one what, but why should it only be Zambia to take care of illegal immigrants? So that's why the immigration department is on high alert every week, every month. You hear in this container they caught so many. You hear this one now because some die on the way. This is why I'm saying, is Zambia really a heaven for Ethiopians and Somalians? This is what we mean when we tell you Zambia is so good a country. We enjoy peace, which is never found in many countries. Zambia is an envy. This is why we say, okay, well, they will come. But that's why people, why not come legitimately? I asked this question, although somebody from Eritrea told me, no one, he says, because there are no things like passport in their country. The system is so dead. We have a lot of Somalians who are living in Zambia legally. We have Eritreans living in Zambia legally. We have some Ethiopians who are even doing their businesses legally. But why can't those people just enter legally? Although some people still outlaw, no, we need one Africa. I also believe you. But here is the case. I've given you two instances. I mean, who would want at their own expense? Some of them, they are coming illegally because they are criminals. They can't even be traced. These trucks, they come, they die. Many, some after crossing the border, they just discover these people have died. They will just carry them. The one which took place yesterday is a situation where, how do you carry someone? I thought they knew carrying sulfur. These are the people, and then they are between where there is sulfur and they cover it with a tent. They are hiding. They are hiding inside. With that, imagine sulfur, which they make sulfuric acid. A person can't survive. No wonder they die. And immediately they die, since they have no trace, no what, they will just dump them. Once again, this is why I say Zambia. The things we complain about our country. I was talking a few days ago to about a week ago to a Nigerian young man. He grew up in Zambia, went to university to India, and when he came back, he married a Zambian girl, but they were trying to deliberate, should they settle down in Zambia or Nigeria. They felt they should settle down in Zambia. Why? Due to many factors, things like electricity, which you complain about, the overcrowding, the congestion, everything. That young man told me to say, you know, in Zambia, what you people are calling, we were complaining about load shedding, which has ended, by the way. There is no more load shedding in Zambia. There was load shedding for a period of only 1 month. And even then, the West people would experience 12 hours. Some of us would only experience it 3-4 hours. Sometimes there was no load shedding at all. Only for 1 month. He says, I wish you people knew what you call load shedding in Nigeria is waste. It's not even that we don't know whether we can even call it load shedding because it's not even scheduled. Power is not almost, it's like it's not even there. People are used to their gensets. Some of them say that even when power comes, they are not even excited because they know anytime it will go again and you don't know which day it will come back. So this is why we boast of our Zambia. We are still a good nation and we boast we are one Zambia, one nation. I just felt I should give you that update about more people. When more people die again or more illegal immigrants come, how come? And I'm sure you have seen those pictures, those few videos which I've minimized, and I'm showing you about these people coming in through our country. Anyway, my name is Traveltainment, guys. What I do is bring you Zambian stories, walk around Zambia, show you that Zambia is beautiful, the beautiful part, why you should visit Zambia, because Zambia is very welcoming. I mean, but I'm not saying don't come as an illegal immigrant, guys. Zambia is a good country. Just come with your come with your passports, you come, most of you will get visa on arrival. You come and visit this beautiful country. You don't need to come illegally. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Zambia is beautiful. That's why I'm here to show you and also to tell you positive stories from Zambia. So make sure if you are not subscribed on my channel, do subscribe, turn on bell notification. Give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in my next one. Peace, amigos. Adios.